This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining us. First, we have breaking news. Police say 4 people have been taken to the hospital after a shooting incident tonight in Mayville.
They say right now the scene is secure. Our Madeline O'Neill live on the scene with the latest developments. Maddie?
Well, still plenty to see here tonight. The investigation continues. We're on Horicon Street. I'll step out of the way to show you. This street is closed down. Plenty of emergency vehicles still here. This is after Dodge County officials say a 911 call came in just before 7:30 tonight for a shooting. That call was for 1118 Horicon Street here in Mayville. That's listed as Spring Glen Elderly Housing. The Dodge County Sheriff's Office say multiple agencies responded to find 4 people injured. Those people were taken by helicopter to local trauma centers. One longtime resident explains what she saw.
What we're seeing today is upsetting to the community. I've been here since 1998. I've never seen that many cops and ambulance and 3 helicopters, boom, one right after another, just coming in, taking bodies. And I don't know if those 4 victims are alive or dead. I don't know.
Now, many people haven't seen something like this here in Mayville, a community of about 5,000 people. We've seen many community members stopping by, presumably to just see what's going on. Now, tonight, we don't know the conditions of the 4 people taken to the hospital yet, but officials say that they will release more information sometime tomorrow.
Maddie O'Neill reporting. Be sure to stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for the latest developments on the story. We will also get an update later in the show.
Next at 10, more than a month after the Big Ten decided to push the football season to spring, there's been a reverse of course. The conference today making it official to bring back college football. The big reason for the change, they say, an improvement in testing. The Big Ten says all athletes and coaches will receive daily rapid COVID tests. The Badgers will adopt the league's testing format as well as continue their own saliva tests. As for the games themselves, the official schedule will be released later in the week. We do know Wisconsin will play 9 games starting on either October 23rd or 24th.
Fans won't be allowed in Camp Randall stands, which could mean a lot of people searching for places to watch and party. That is something local leaders are cautioning against tonight. Earlier in the day, Madeline O'Neill explored what game days might look like.
Football game days, just being able to live right across from Camp Randall, definitely something special about that as a college student.
Even living so close to the stadium, the usual college experience still feels far away.
Like, tailgates are the best social experience on campus, I think, and I definitely miss having that.
The return of Badger football this fall brings students a bit closer to normalcy.
I'm definitely wanting to have tailgates and stuff.
For the sake of all of Dane County, County Executive Joe Parisi wants to press pause on the party.
When you have events that bring more people together and bring more people downtown who aren't on campus, such as a tailgate, a house party, whatever way people are going to get together to celebrate games, you're going to have an increase in the risk and spread, and you're going to have an increase in the risk that it spreads beyond the campus.
Students living near the stadium we spoke with say they're planning to cheer on the Badgers safely, but can't speak for everyone.
I definitely expect that there are houses on this block that will be having really big tailgates and things, and I personally hope that that's something that is regulated pretty carefully.
When it comes to regulation, UW police say they're still working through logistics. Madison police say they will continue to work with Public Health Madison and Dane County in addressing issues like gathering size.
Honestly, I'm feeling like it's going to be still kind of a little bit crazy. Just with football coming back, I'm sure everyone's hyped and just ready to have a good time, although there definitely should be precautions.
With precautions, students say they can still get close enough to the game day experience.
Wear a mask, stay away. We'll throw you a brat, but, let's do it 6 feet away.
That was Madeline O'Neill reporting. We still have questions about what exactly enforcement will look like. UW police say they are forming their plans and should have more information in the next couple of weeks.
Now, UW Athletic Director Barry Alvarez says President Trump did help with the decision to play, but to what extent he isn't sure. He says he thinks the president had some involvement in assisting with the testing needs. President Trump tweeted today saying it was his, quote, great honor to have helped. While the initial reaction from Badger players and fans is excitement, health experts are more cautious, specifically when it comes to Badger game days.
We can't tailgate this year. Like, that can't happen. And I think we need to see what kind of efforts are going to be put in place to ensure that those kids that are on campus or other individuals that really enjoy a great tailgate aren't doing that this year.
Tonight, the city is echoing a similar message. In a statement, Public Health Madison Dane County recommends, quote, that UW students and people in Dane County do not gather with others to watch Badger football games. The decision to hold the football season right now has wide-reaching impacts beyond athlete and student safety and will impact the health and safety of many people in Dane County.
Getting a look at the numbers from the university, there are 11 new positive tests reported from campus, which includes one teacher. 35 students and one employee tested positive from off-campus testing sites. The positivity rate also dropped. On campus, 2.8% of tests came back positive. The 7-day positivity rate for students on campus is now 9.6%. The university says they have also learned about one student being hospitalized with complications from the virus. The UW is also adjusting tuition refund deadlines for students who choose to completely withdraw from the semester. A full tuition refund will be possible until this Friday. The university registrar said in a statement that the changes will help give students flexibility amid the uncertainty this semester so far caused by the pandemic. Since Celery and Whitty Halls were placed on lockdown due to COVID-19 concerns, many students have chosen to move off campus. UW Madison spokesperson Meredith McClone said about 5% of the total student housing population have canceled their housing contracts since September 1st, adding up to 319 students.
Well, let's take a look at our first warn forecast now. Here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti. Gary?
After a couple mild days, our weather will turn cooler beginning tomorrow. In fact, a cold front has already moved through southern Wisconsin. The time-lapse of the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville shows the hazy sunshine this morning, and then some clouds moving through midday, and that's actually the cold front coming through, but the skies actually started to clear out again towards sunset, and you can see those clouds didn't bring any rain across southern Wisconsin. High temperatures today, generally in the mid to upper 70s. Janesville topped out at 81 degrees, but temperatures have dropped back now into the 50s for the most part. Monroe and Janesville still above the 60-degree mark, but north and west of Camp Douglas, temperatures have dropped into the 40s. Here in Madison, we'll drop to a low of about 51 by tomorrow morning. Look for mostly sunny skies tomorrow, but a cooler day with a high of 64. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes dry weather not only through this weekend, but maybe through next weekend as well.
Gary, thank you. After nearly 7 decades, the Tommy Bartlett Show in the Dells announced today it'll be closing permanently due to losses from the pandemic. The show usually ran from Memorial Day weekend until Labor Day. The press release said they had plans to open next summer for their 70th season, but couldn't make it that far. 115 seasonal employees lost their jobs when the show was canceled this summer. The show employs 7 year-round staffers, many of whom the release said had been with the show for decades. And tonight, the Madison School District hosted a Facebook Live event to discuss the 2 referendums that'll be on the ballot in November, including one that could have major impacts on the city's 4 high schools.
We love Memorial High School. We love East. We love West, right? We love our schools. We love La Follette. But at the same time, we want to have facilities to take our children into the 21st century for real and to be able to be competitive, not only just on a local level, but a national level. And to create classrooms.
Both referendums total $350 million, one for $33 million, which would cover operational spending. The other, $317 million, that's for facilities, mainly spent on upgrading all 4 of those high schools, about $70 million for each. Voting yes on both would increase your property taxes about $60 per $100,000 in home value.
A woman who accused former Badgers football player Quintez Cephas of sexual assault in 2018 is suing the university over its decision to reverse his expulsion and and allow him back on the football team. Cephas was acquitted of sexual assault last year after a jury trial, and he was soon readmitted to the university. The lawsuit filed in federal court in Madison by Jane Doe accused the university and its chancellor of ignoring state and federal law by shutting her out of the process that allowed Cephas to be readmitted and return to the team. The Kenosha fire chief says the damage following the unrest over the police shooting of Jacob Blake has now topped $11 million. Fire Chief Charles Lipzig told the Police and Fire Commission the record fire loss came in the days following the August 23rd shooting. Blake was left partially paralyzed by the gunshots to his back.
The leaders of the Green Bay Police Department, Brown County Sheriff's Department are meeting today to discuss outfitting officers with body cameras. That meeting comes after Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy said the organization plans to help the departments buy them. The Packers and Green Bay Police confirmed the team first reached out about body cameras after George Floyd's death.
Something that the police department and the police in Green Bay and Asquabanon and Brown County are all supportive of, and it'll be good for the community.
What we're trying to do here in Green Bay is put actions to words, and I'm proud of the organization about making a commitment for body cams for the City of Green Bay police officers.
Right now, it's uncertain how much the Packers will contribute. The city's mayor says the addition of body cameras is something they'll look at adding to next year's budget.
And speaking of the Packers, just ahead where Lambeau Field ranks among the best venues in the NFL. Plus an update on Sally as the storm starts to weaken. We get an assessment of the damage left behind next at 10.
Lately, we've come to appreciate what home has to offer. Right now at Feldco, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. That'll help keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. That's something we've been providing for almost 50 years. Let Feldco get you ready for colder weather. Buy one window, get one free now.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Slumberland's huge Labor Day sale ends Saturday. Don't miss out on updating your home for less. Get this stylish comfy sectional for just $9.98 and get the storage ottoman free. Or an incredible price on this highly recommended Sealy Posturepedic Queen mattress for just $4.49. If you've been waiting for our very best deals, this is it. But these deals are only till Saturday. Plus, get free shipping with no minimum. You don't want to miss this one. The Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture.
For our seniors, Social Security is a sacred obligation, a sacred promise made. The current president is threatening to break that promise. He's proposing to eliminate a tax that pays for almost half the Social Security without any way of making up for that lost revenue. I will not let that happen. If I'm your president, we're going to protect Social Security and Medicare. You have my word. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
When you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, you'll always find great deals on the things you need. And right now, get even deeper savings store-wide with our lowest prices of the year. Like $65 instant savings on this DeWalt brushless drill driver kit. Get $7 off Farm and Fleet Platinum Automotive batteries. And save $100 on this Masterbuilt pellet smoker. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. And don't miss out on our lowest prices of the year.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Patty says things are about to cool down. She'll have the details in her first warn forecast.
And with the start of a school year unlike any other, the state's top education official is getting ready to give the annual State of Education address.
We'll preview what she has to say Thursday morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. We want to get an update on the breaking news situation in Mayville. Our Madeline O'Neill is at the scene with the latest. Maddie?
Well, still plenty of emergency vehicles here tonight. Officials say they will be here until the investigation concludes. So again, this is Horicon Street here in Mayville, kind of the main drag. We're seeing a number of fast food restaurants around here, a number of emergency vehicles, flashing lights still here tonight. This road is going to be closed from Clark Street until County TW, again, until this investigation concludes. Again, this was after a 911 call came in for a shooting just before 7:30 tonight. It came in for 1118 Horicon Street. That's listed as Glen Spring Elderly Housing here in Mayville. Again, 4 people taken by helicopter to local trauma centers. We don't know their conditions yet tonight, but we're out here where a number of community members are still here watching on as this happens in the small community of Mayville. Again, expecting to learn more information from officials at some point tomorrow.
Maddie, thank you. And as we mentioned before, News 3 Now and Channel3000.com will continue to have updates on this story. So be sure to stay with us on air and online at Channel3000.com for the latest developments.
New tonight, ESPN has ranked Lambeau Field, home to the Packers, the best NFL stadium in the country. That ranking decided on 7 criteria. ESPN's breakdown ranked Lambeau first in the nation for atmosphere, tradition, and history. It placed 3rd for features and tailgating. And the 2 downsides, according to the list, Lambeau's location and cost were both ranked in the bottom half of NFL stadiums. Well, cost not an issue for a lucky winner who hit the Mega Millions jackpot when the winning ticket purchased here in Wisconsin. The jackpot worth an estimated $119 million, about $95 million in cash, sold at a Quick Trip on Spring Street in Mount Pleasant. That's in Racine County. And Quick Trip gets $100 grand for selling that ticket. The winning numbers were 25, 28, 38, 59, 62, and the Mega Ball number was 22. Not sure why we're telling you now. It's kind of too late. Wisconsin's first Mega Millions jackpot since the game debuted in the state back in 2010.
New tonight, 22 people were injured when 2 cranes collide on a construction site in Austin, Texas. 16 of those injured were taken to the hospital. Authorities are still investigating how the collision happened. We're also told OSHA is also conducting an investigation as well. Sally is now a tropical depression, but it is still disrupting the lives of millions of Gulf Coast residents. The storm made a slow but destructive landfall as a Category 2 hurricane near the Florida-Alabama state line this morning, with winds over 100 miles an hour and an onslaught of rain. Skylar Henry is in Mobile, Alabama with the latest.
As it slammed into the Gulf Coast, Sally turned land into lakes across the region. In Florida's Panhandle, the life-threatening storm flooded the town of Navarre.
We are trying to gather personal belongings that have been floating through.
Near Mobile Bay, Alabama, winds and pounding rain flipped this semi on its side. In Gulf Shores, close to where Sally made landfall overnight, the walls of this apartment building peeled off as Sally left destruction for miles around.
We started hearing all of our windows start to pop. Part of the roof started coming off and siding was ripping. We just rode it out.
We're going to try to survive this. We're going to try to go through this. And we're just going to try to be safe.
Dozens of trees were toppled in and around this park here in Mobile, Alabama. Down power lines in the area have left tens of thousands of people without electricity. Torrential rain battered Pensacola, Florida. Some areas receiving up to 30 inches.
Looking at water of this nature, people should be very, very careful. It is hazardous. Do not try to go out in there.
The storm even collapsed a section of the 3-mile bridge across Pensacola Bay. Florida has activated 500 National Guard soldiers to help in Sally's aftermath. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Mobile, Alabama.
Well, forecasters now watching Sally moving across the southeast, and here's Gary with a closer look.
Well, as we mentioned just at the top of the hour, the National Hurricane Center downgraded Sally to a tropical depression, but that doesn't mean it's still not dangerous. There's a lot of rain and even some thunderstorms. What's interesting, I showed this is a Doppler track, which is a composite of all the National Weather Service radars. And see these areas of white here? Normally that indicates hail, at least in our part of the country, but because the temperatures are very warm aloft, there's no hail there. This is extremely heavy rain, probably producing rainfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour. And this whole area has really been hit hard. Several areas of the Florida Panhandle, in fact, much of the Florida Panhandle may have seen as much as 2 feet of rain over the last couple of days, and about 8 to 12 inches through southeastern Alabama as far north as Montgomery. Heavy rain now starting to spread into southwestern Georgia, about 2 to 4 inches there. But again, that rain is continuing to move through that area. But the latest on on Sally. It's now a tropical depression. Maximum sustained winds 35 miles per hour, moving northeast at 9 miles per hour. A lot of rain out ahead of it, but the forecast from the National Hurricane Center eventually weakens it and has it dissipate over the Carolinas, but still producing very heavy rain over the next couple of days. And that's just one of a number of tropical weather systems that are out there. Another area of disturbed weather in the Gulf of Mexico is being watched because this could turn into a tropical system, and some of the forecast computer forecast models bring it into either Louisiana or Florida later this weekend or into early next week, which would just bring more rain on top of the heavy rain that's already fallen. But behind it, there's post-tropical storm Paulette. It's actually now moving off the map to the north. Hurricane Teddy, also a little bit of a concern because some of the forecast models bring it perhaps into far northern New England or into eastern Canada and could bring heavy winds and some storm surge along the eastern coast of the United States. Tropical storm Vicky out in the western eastern part of the Atlantic, and then a strong tropical wave that'll probably turn into a tropical depression, and behind it another one moving off the coast of Africa. So very active weather situation. But as far as our forecast is concerned, we're just looking at the hazy skies continuing. Eventually we'll clear out with a little more sunshine toward the end of the week. Hopefully some of that smoky haze will start to go away. High temperatures today, mid to upper 70s over southern Wisconsin. Milwaukee hit 80, Janesville hit 81, and temperatures were well into the 80s across northern Illinois. But a cold front has come through. Upper level winds now shifting to the west-northwest, but that's still transporting some of that smoke from the western wildfires into the Midwest. And again, temperatures are starting to cool down behind the front, which is now down to our south. Temperatures near the U.S.-Canadian border are already in the upper 30s. Tomorrow, look for a sunny but cooler day with a high temperature of 64 degrees, and the 7 to 10 day forecast calls for temperatures to remain in the 60s through the weekend. Lots of sunshine in there, maybe some haze because of the wildfire smoke. And then next week, temperatures go into the 70s, first day of fall on Tuesday. No rain in that forecast. I think the next chance of rain may be late Sunday night of next weekend, and even that now is becoming more iffy.
Well, we need to see more of that sun anyway, so.
Yeah, get rid of some of the smoke, too.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much, Gary.
Sure.
Well, just ahead in sports, the Brewers closing the gap in the race for second in the NL Central. How a big first inning put the Crew in a good spot with just 11 games to play. Zach has sports next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
During Joe Biden's 47 years in Washington, Made in America was replaced with Made in China. Biden's bad trade deals put China first, and American workers paid the price. Millions of jobs lost to Mexico and China. Donald Trump is the jobs president. He helped create millions of jobs. Factories returned. African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and women saw record gains. President Trump will always put America first.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
We're back.
We got our to-go food.
Oh, good. What a treat after a long week and no cleanup.
When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit MadisonMagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, sponsored by the Wisconsin Beef Council.
I guess there is still cleanup to do.
Bad sleep.
Oh, the worst.
You know, there's really no excuse for bad sleep. During the extended Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or to celebrate our newest arrival, come in and test out the outrageously comfortable Casper mattress. Check out the Summit Queen, only $189.99. Plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. Hurry, the extended Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Drive-through flu shots are now at Hy-Vee. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy now has a drive-through flu shot clinic, so you don't even have to leave your car to get your flu shot. It's fast and convenient, and there's no appointment necessary. Check with your local store for flu shot clinic hours. And you can still get your flu shot safely inside the store anytime the pharmacy is open, with no appointment necessary. Get your flu shot, plus earn a 20-cent fuel saver, only at Hy-Vee. Some restrictions apply.
When you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, you'll always find great deals on the things you need. And right now, get even deeper savings store-wide with our lowest prices of the year. Like a free $10 gift card with every $50 you spend on Purina products. Farm and Fleet pecan halves or pieces are just $7.79. And get $85 off these men's Keen utility boots. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. And don't miss out on our lowest prices of the year.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Uneven surfaces are a major hazard to your family, friends, and employees. Don't risk another fall. Let Concrete Lifting Technologies raise up your pavement. Our minimally intrusive process uses polyurethane to level sunken concrete and provide an even surface. Plus, this process is a fraction of the cost to replacing your driveway. Concrete Lifting Technologies, Southern Wisconsin's premier concrete leveling specialists. For a free estimate, contact us today.
Big Ten football is back. Starting either on October 23rd or 24th, Wisconsin will kick off their 9-game season. The big reason for the change? Testing improved. All athletes and coaches will receive a daily rapid COVID test. And you could say the Badgers were excited. Jake Ferguson posted on Instagram, "That moment when you realize we back," while Graham Mertz tweeted, "Go time." Barry Alvarez also happy football is back, but more excited about the answers the league now has.
Now we have answers. The testing is an answer. The dealing with the heart situation is, we have answers to that. Protocol, contact tracing is answered. So all those were answered, and that's, you know, in the end, that's the reason we move forward, because the safety questions were answered.
The Packers are already hard at work preparing for the Lions. Now, they might not be the toughest opponent in the NFL, but they are a division rival and are always a tough out. Take last year, for example. Yes, Green Bay swept Detroit, but it took 2 last-second Mason Crosby field goals to not only win the games, but give the Packers their first lead of each game. So on Sunday, Matt LaFleur is expecting another tough test.
They gave us everything we could handle last year. I mean, the fact that they were winning for literally 120 minutes out of 120 minutes, I mean, it was pretty much a miracle that we were able to take both those games. So, you know, it's going to be a tough game.
The college hoops season now has a new start date. The NCAA set November 25th as the day to tip off both men's and women's basketball, with preseason practices getting underway on October 14th. The UW men were set to open the season on November 11th against Tennessee, while Marquette was slated to play 4 games before the new start date. New schedules will be announced in the coming weeks. For the second straight season, Giannis was named first-team All-NBA, and like last year, the Bucks superstar was a unanimous selection. 3 weeks ago, Giannis was tabbed the league's Defensive Player of the Year. The Brewers and Cardinals playing 2 today. Game 1 wasn't good for the home team, but Game 2 was. First inning, Orion Braun with a nice little 3-run shot to left. The Crew scored 4 in the first and 6 in the game to split the Twin Bill. They're 1 game back from second place, with 11 to play. They got a shot. We're back after this.
Well, he's heating up, isn't he?
Our current president has failed. He's failed to protect us. He's failed to protect America. As president, I'll make you a promise. I'll protect America without exception every time. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Update your bathroom today with help from Menards. Brown bath fans offer ultra-quiet performance, and they're easy to install. Right now, save with Brown and get 11% off. Sterling Bath and Shower Ensembles offer a seamless appearance and simplify installation. They make quality products that stand up to everyday life. Update your bathroom with Sterling and save with 11% off. Get 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Where to go today? LA? Vegas? No, the desert. Let's listen to this. Louder. Take these guys? I mean, there's room. Next time, fellas. Now we're talking. All right, let's go. Click, call, or come by your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the Atlas Crosssport.
Steinhaffel's biggest Labor Day sale ever has been extended. These are the final days to get incredible deals on furniture you love. Save 35% store-wide, free in-carton shipping, and take 5 years to pay with Steinhaffel's special financing. This is your last chance to take advantage of Labor Day pricing on living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture, plus all of our mattresses, including Tempur-Pedic, Purple, and Beauty Rest. Hurry in. This is your last chance to save big during Steinhaffel's Labor Day sale.
Real customers are experiencing a real difference with Spectrum Internet and TV.
The speed is insane. It's always right there. Just boom.
It was easy to connect all of my devices, and I was able to find a plan that was affordable for me.
I'm saving money, and I'm even getting more speed.
Get the speed you need to do all the things you love on all your devices with Spectrum Internet, delivering the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits. Switch now for $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
With Spectrum TV, the picture quality is incredible. I feel like I'm in the movie.
The amount of stuff available on Spectrum On Demand is just never ending.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go. All from $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
Spectrum gives me the best deal no matter what.
Every day I'm saving money.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Ask about our easy self-install options to install your new services yourself. Call 833-918-4499.
We can't deal with an economic crisis until you beat the pandemic. You can't have an economic comeback when almost 1,000 Americans die each day from COVID. Mr. President, do your job. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Traffic delays? Be the first to know with First Warn Weather and Traffic. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And finally tonight, the U.S. ambassador to Britain officially launched a ship named Mayflower today, 400 years to the day after the original Mayflower set sail for the would-be United States. Unlike the merchant ship that carried a group of European settlers in 1620, the Mayflower, christened by U.S. Ambassador Robert Wood Johnson, has no crew or passengers. It will cross the sea powered by sun and wind and steered by artificial intelligence. Like the original Mayflower, the new vessel will travel from Plymouth, England to Plymouth, Massachusetts, but on a marine research trip rather than a colony founding journey. We'll see how this one goes.
Pretty cool, huh?
It is cool. Here's, you know who's cool, Eric.
Yes, and let's go to Gary, final check of our forecast.
The weather is getting cooler. Temperatures now are in the upper 50s here in Madison, around 50 north and west of the Dells. Tomorrow, look for a high of 64 with sunny skies and that smoke-filled haze that we still have out there. Temperatures will stay in the 60s this weekend, climb into the 70s next week. First day of fall on Tuesday. No rain through next weekend.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.